All right, I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry, I guess he's still brewing our tea, but tea takes a while to make. Who knew?
Who knew? You just missed a Mizuki fad.
No, my favorite.
That's like the best one. Actually, no, the best one is gang shit. That's my favorite one. Oh yeah, I was gonna like redo those to actually fit the aesthetic. Because I can actually just make them pop up with windows, right? So obviously I should do that.
How do I decide the result of the poll?
Oh. I don't know.
It says submissions are closed, but it's not actually saying how to cash them out.
There it is. Waiting for a result. How do I determine the result? Oh, there we go. You just do / prediction and then click choose outcome.
Beautiful.
And I did it. There we go. I was sitting there for a bit. Whoops. I didn't know how to do it. Wow, Cookie gets... That's actually not a lot of channel points in the context of this channel, I guess.
Yeah, I only got 50, and I put in like a bunch.
Yeah.
I think it's because no one voted yes, so it
was not great odds. I'm going to do this. That's the best one. That's gang shit, baby. I love that gang shit blocks my face, which is definitely the intended vibe that everybody uses it for. Mina, you missed the stream where I think Cookie and Catherine and a bunch of other people redeemed gang shit like repeatedly, and it like almost killed my PC.
God, I feel like I miss most streams. My work schedule is not very amenable to streaming.
Streams
and it'll become
rough.
It's going to become less amenable in about 2 weeks. We're gonna have to move the Monday stream back an hour because I won't even be home until like 8:45 my time.
Oh, so wait, you mean we got to move it forward an hour?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, like push it back an hour is what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, so that's well, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, we can just go to the usual time and just make it a protracted stream. They're changing my hours, but I am getting paid a bit more, which is nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a job at a local university though, so hopefully that'll make things a lot smoother because I'll be just doing a normal 9 to 5 instead of this wacky shit I have going on.
Yeah,
right now.
that'll be cool. Hello.
Welcome back.
How's your tea?
Yay. The tea is done. It's too hot for me to drink.
What kind of tea did
what
you
kind
make?
of tea is it?
I made myself an Earl Grey.
Fuck yeah!
I've got a ginger peach tea.
Earl Grey.
Ginger.
Hot.
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 So hot.
Super hot. All right. Let's tear these people a new one.
Tear that bitch apart.
He's a noble man and straight up. There's no reason to doubt the man. No reason to lie. He's rather splendid. Oh. Man. Racist. He has a mustache. Man, this one's actually tough. I can press them though, right?
Yeah.
This is like actually doing a testimony. Cookie, don't worry about who's in the lower left yanking it.
Takes a pad, like no problem.
What?
Right? Not afraid at all. That's a good
That is
cat right there.
that is Mr. Goichi Suda. Well, there are plenty of people in London who seem noble but poor. Couldn't some of them also be liars? Also, Charles, are you going to sleep, or are you saying hi? He's saying hi. Okay.
Oh, I have no doubt about it. Like that shaky client of yours, for example.
Absolutely not! Mr. Natsume is no liar.
Look, the point is, the only thing that passed the victim's lips that night was the Japanese man's tea. When you take the gas man's testimony into account as well, the truth couldn't be any clearer.
Well, that's alarmingly logical.
But let me be frank here. I'm a gentleman with a gentleman's values. If it turns out that old Shakespearean chum, I almost said cunt.
The old Shakespearean cunt.
The old Shakespearean cunt is a rotten liar after all. I'd gladly change my decision about the defendant. And I'm sure my fellow gentlemen of the jury would do the same. Ain't that right?
You have women on the jury also.
Yeah, there's like...
I like his character design because he always facing to one side or the other, like the face on a coin.
Yeah.
He's a banker.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's very smart.
Yeah.
Smart, but it makes him weird.
Oh, that's me again.
Yeah, that is you again.
Well, yes, perhaps, though I don't see it happening.
Oh, what's that? Elderly gent at the end here, you know. You'll have to speak up.
Look, I really don't care about all this nonsense. I just need this trial to be over.
Explicit corruption.
How many gentlemen do we actually have on the jury, then?
Imagine having the absolute gall to stand on a jury and be like, I don't care if he's guilty or not, I gotta go home.
Yeah, I gotta leave. Is that
If
girl...
they put me on jury duty, that's what I would be doing.
Is that girl a
Would have to
gentleman
kick me
too?
out.
You got it?
He was seriously only asking the
it.
men there.
This
Yeah.
one goes out to the guy in the dock. It's called
like,
We Hate You,
Are
please
you
die.
good guys? And then they all let him down.
Thank you, Mina. I love you.
You're welcome, I love you too.
All right, sir. I may hold you to that. Don't forget what you said.
Huh.
I don't care. Okay, so that changed. Are you saying you believe the man to be trustworthy because he's rather splendid?
No, that's not what I said. The point is, the man is the victim here. What reason would he have to lie?
Yeah, true.
And yes, he is rather splendid.
So you say, yet again.
Meanwhile, the man who stands accused behaves so suspiciously, it's exhausting to look at him.
You're right.
I'm afraid he's not splendid at all.
You're also right. Splendid logic there, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
He
so
looks like
much.
Naruhodo gives the energy of like a retail worker
You're
fighting for his life.
God, you're so right. That's
Like,
me
he wants
every
to-
day.
To snap back so bad, but he can't.
No. Not one of those things is a reason to find the man guilty.
But he is fishy. There's no point answering around the fact. He's Japanese. He has a mustache, and he stoops.
Bro?
Bro.
You see, you arrive at the conclusion in just 3 steps. 3 steps. Like a waltz, in fact. You know, the more I think about it, the more this trial seems like a dance.
He's trying so hard.
You seem to be several steps ahead of yourself, though. And you're on the wrong foot. No, there's nothing but circumstantial evidence here. There's no actual proof of the defendant's guilt.
But the victim's version of events is backed up by what the big-chinned man next to him says, isn't it? 1, he saw the Japanese man there. 2, he saw no one else. And 3, he saw the Japanese man there. Oh. That's another 3 steps. All this really does seem more like a waltz, doesn't it?
Right. And the prosecution will waltz its way to victory if I let you speak much more. Alright. A fraudsman? What do you mean by that, madam? It really is a most tiresome trouble for the company. Most irritating. We can be absolutely certain that a customer is stealing from us, but without hard evidence, we can't even threaten to take action for fear of being sued. What? I'm sorry, you've lost me a little there. Who are you? I'm the wife of Augustus Altamont, owner of the Altamont Gas Company.
Good gracious! Altamont gas, you mean? You say. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Gas is the future energy of this country and around the globe, but proper handling is essential. As I'm sure our employee from the East End branch office would be the first to agree.
Absolutely, Lady Quinby. Gotta be used properly. Altamont gas is the best in the world, of course.
Quinby.
Quinby.
I think we may have solved the mystery of the bow from earlier, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right. He bowed in deference to his employer's wife, did he? So would I be right in assuming that the reason Mr. Meterman was watching what Mr. Shamspear was up to in his room... I'm afraid that there's no end to the lengths that the population of the East End will go to in order to steal our gas. So I really have no choice when the company identifies somebody as a possible fraudsman, but to dispatch a worker to watch the suspect day and night. We're very thorough in our investigations. So you mean Mr. Shamspear is... I wouldn't come out and say it in public, but you can finish that sentence with a grubby little gas thief. You have noticed the public gallery in here, have you?
The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Faith, wouldst thou wound me with thy words, were I to let them penetrate the skin? But seraphs hear not insults, only choirs of angels in song.
We may not have evidence yet, but my workers won't stop buzzing around you until they find it. And when they do, you'll find yourself blasted back to your angelic heights in an Altamont gas explosion. Wow!
Gas explosion. I cast gas explosion.
I'm going to blow up your house.
I'm going to kill you, motherfucker! So, Mr. Shamspear has been stealing gas. I wonder, juror number 4, if you wouldn't mind adding that information to your statement? My pleasure. Was it the bit about ripping that thief apart you enjoyed? Yeah, I actually got off on that a little bit. A little before the part about abject violence, if it's not too much trouble. Yes, of course. This could be it. This could shift the balance. I thought that said shit the balance. Okay. Yep. That's the one. Easy. I'm not gonna bother with the last two, because he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, and I'm old.
Huh? What?
Those two statements clearly contradict each other.
Good gracious! To whose statements do you refer, counsel?
Juror number 1.
Eh? What are you yelling about, lad?
I presume you've heard juror number 4's statement, made by the wife of the owner of Altamont Gas.
Well, yes.
The victim, who
it's
you...
so sad that because this is the Victorian era, they can't have her be the head of the gas company.
Yeah,
they have her be the wife of the head
I
of the gas
know,
company.
that sucks.
For all intents and purposes, she is just the head of the
Yeah,
gas company.
she's the queen bee.
Yeah.
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 There's no king bee.
Yeah, no, king bees are every bee, I think, right?
Yeah, and like you can tell how few shits they gave in the Japanese version, because at least he has a real name in this. Like his name is Augustus Altamont.
Yeah.
In the Japanese version, his name was Valve.
What, isn't it Valve Altamont?
Valve Altamont.
So he's Gabe, then, is what he is. That's Gabe Newell. He has an extensive knife collection, and he's mega rich and lives, I don't know. He has... What is Gabe up to these days? He's up to some weird shit, if I remember correctly. He's on, like, some kind of, like... I don't know. He wears, like, white robes and shit or something. I don't know. He's weird man. Anyway. The victim, who you claim to be a noble, straight-up man, in fact, turns out to be a common thief.
So the good lady says, but there's no evidence, is there? You and I both heard them say as much.
He really said, "Don't listen to this woman."
It's true.
Shut up, woman.
It's true.
Shut up, female.
We don't have evidence as such just yet. But the claims aren't baseless, you know.
What?
You heard me. Seeing as his operation has already been compromised. I'm kind of going southern with her, which kind of makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
I would
Southern
suggest
sisters.
that the court hears testimony from our East End branch office employee over there.
I'll do whatever you say, milady. Gasman's honor.
Juror number 1. You say you're a man of your word. If I could show that Mr. Shamspear was a liar, you assured me that you would reconsider your decision about the defendant's guilt.
Yes, I did say that. As a man of honor, I'll hold to it, as I'm sure the other gentlemen of the jury will. Me? Oh, well, yes. Now that we've found out the man's a liar, perhaps we ought to consider the matter further.
Yeah, fucking pull your teeth about it, I guess.
Well, if I'm perfectly honest, I haven't heard half of what you've all been
Yeah,
saying.
why are you here again?
Should not be here. So if this means you'll recap a few points, that would suit me down to the ground.
What does that mean?
So if you're gonna go over it, that'd be great by me.
I'm not having any
Down
part
to
of
the
this.
ground.
I want this trial over and done with.
In that case, I shall change my leaning.
So, Mr. William Shakespeare, if that is your real name,
Oh,
we of the jury demand to know exactly what kind of a man you really are.
We know what you are. I like the judge looking down at them. That's a good detail.
that's 4 jurors.
4 for not guilty.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, you know basic math.
Good job.
Victory!
I love Susano's little punch the air animation. It's so cute.
It's so cute.
She's adorable.
Order! Order! Well, this is quite extraordinary, I must say. As a result of the defense's summation examination, the jury's leading has changed. Now only 2 jurors say guilty, whilst 4 say not guilty. I therefore declare this court to be in a state of disaccord, and order the trial to continue.
Hell yeah.
Van Zeeks is pissed.
Drink your wine, bitch.
You have spoiled the bouquet, Mr. Shakespeare.
Oopsie.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury now find they are unable to trust you, the victim.
He might as well be going bleh.
But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. So God mend me, I do swear. The gas man speaketh that which concerns him most, naught but gas, naught but thin air.
Well, no, it's not air, actually. It's not that.
Aye, it burneth bright a while, but it hath no substance, and it doth reek foul.
Fart gas!
Yes. Oi, what did you say?
Do I take it, Mr. Shakespeare, that you deny the allegations of gas thievery?
Most heartily, my lord. Hast thou forgot? I am as a seraph, an angel.
Yeah, they've never done anything wrong. Where did the big guy downstairs come from, Mr. Shakespeare, huh? Tell me that. He was an archangel, bitch. That's right.
Noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart.
Ugh, you flowery mouth, pompous beanpole. Just because I haven't got the evidence yet. Why he choke himself?
Well, he likes it. He's like, David Carradine. That's a reference for Mina, basically. Because David Carradine died in a hotel room doing autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah. He's one of them. Mr.
What an unfortunate accident.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Like, oh no.
They kind of made fun of that in BoJack Horseman too.
They make fun of it all the time on Red Letter Media. Like every movie they watch with him in it, it's like the constant joke, basically.
Like it's tragic, but also objectively funny.
It is an objectively funny way to die, honestly, and like
some poor hotel like room service person just opened the closet door and seeing his body hanging there with his nuts out.
with his dick at full mast and his neck tied around a belt tied around his neck. That's rough. Yeah. It's not great.
Not great at all.
Rest in peace, David Carradine. You were an okay actor who made bad decisions.
You were cool in Kill Bill.
You were very
doing what you love.
You died doing what you love, yerking it.
Jerking it while just choking. While gasping for air.
Chirking it.
Chirking.
Mr. Shamspear. If, in fact, you are not noble of mind, sweet of nature, or honest of heart, if you are a liar, then your testimony should have no sway in this courtroom. He's stimming.
Twirls my hair.
It is my considered opinion that at the present time, no other possible culprit of this crime has been identified. All testimony heard by the court thus far heavily implicates the defendant. In short, it would not be unreasonable at this stage for me to rule on the case.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
However, in light of the fact that the jury has expressed concern about the fidelity of this witness, he's
8-bit? In the club, straight up zerking it. Yeah, exactly. I'm in the closet, straight up zerking it, I guess.
Stroking it in sloppy style.
No, don't bring Mr. J into this. He's innocent.
I believe it would be inappropriate for this court not to pursue the point further.
I assure you, my lord, that would be a waste of the court's time. The gas in this case are unrelated.
Juror number 4. Yes. Didn't you say before that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man has been stealing gas, you have strong grounds for suspecting him? That's right, we do. Don't we, worker?
Absolutely, Lady Quinby. Gasman's honor.
Very well, then. We will hear your testimony now. You will tell the court precisely why you believe the victim, Mr. William Shamspear, has been stealing gas.
Yes, my lord. It'll be my pleasure. On the Alamode gas name, I say...
If I may, my lord.
Go ahead, madam.
This worker's testimony may have a significant bearing on the good name of my husband's company. Therefore, I should like to take the stand alongside him in a supervisory role, if you wouldn't mind.
Wahoo! Oh yeah, sweet as honey. Yeah, here.
Wahoo! Let's go.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Very well. As an exception, I shall honor your request.
Thank you, my lord.
You wait till the boss gives you an earful. Ooh, it's gonna sting. You mark my words. He makes me laugh.
So, we will both testify before the court on the subject of the illegal consumption of the Altamont Gas Company's fuel.
Yes. Is that clear, my good man?
Clear as Altamont gas, my lady. Which is the clearest in the world.
Okay. Is that good?
Yeah?
I mean, I guess it doesn't look like smog, at least.
Yeah, that's good. Do you think the gas has gone to his head, Mr. Sato?
This is the real gas leak case.
Oh, God!
I think the man is just a very dedicated employee, Mr. Naruhodo.
Alcesti,
He's a cuck of capitalism.
Alcesti, you don't even know what the true gas leak case is. You will learn.
You will learn.
You will learn. It's rough. It's rough out there.
I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collecting agent.
Alcesti, you will know the true meaning of dirty cocoon money.
I'm holding my head in fear. Altamont gas meters accept threepenny bits. Each coin... What the fuck is a threepenny?
Threepenny is 3 pence, I think.
Oh, she gave me that thruppy.
Shut you are not allowed to say such things. I am banning it post-haste.
Each coin given customers 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
And yet, the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key.
Somehow, he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not thieving, what is?
Well, that's a good point. I almost think that the stuff should be free, but what do I know?
Oh, he sipped it!
He drank it!
He actually drank it.
God damn!
Pray forgive the discourtesy. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn to my hallowed chalice.
He's gone to
I actually took a drink because of how bored I was.
He's gone to the drink.
What do you mean by that remark, Lord Van Zeus?
The mustachioed Nipponese poisoned the gangling excuse for an actor, or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court. And yet now we must listen to this abhorrence.
The poor janitor.
Clearly what separates the vast British Empire and your Eastern Island nation is more than geographical distance.
Okay. But this could turn out to be crucial testimony. The cross-examination must go ahead. Bro! Why?
Do what you will. Someone behind him is like, oh cool, free wine. Or,
oh, fuck!
Or concussion.
It's gasoline!
Yeah. Lord Van Zeeks appears to be in a violent mood.
When isn't he? Yes, he does. Yeah. An attempted poisoning and an incidence of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance. But I wonder. The truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places. And the first step in uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man really is. Oh, we're gonna out this man in court. Okay. Let's just press everything.
And homosexual.
So, does that mean you went to people's houses in order to empty their gas meters?
That I do.
It's like the game Clam.
Have to try catch people when they're in. Then I ask permission to come inside and do my business.
Does that mean you've been into Mr. Natsume's room before, as well as that of Mr. Shamspeare?
Well, now, interesting you should bring that up, because I couldn't believe how little money was in his meter. I mean, how the pair of them survived in this winter is beyond me, it really is. Knowing Mr. Natsume, he probably spends all his gas money on books.
That's true. And then when he's finished reading them, he probably burns them for warmth. Damn!
No.
You will kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Meterman.
Not much to say, really, but as you wish.
Except threepenny bits. What the fuck is a threepenny? It's gotta be 3 pence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tuppence is like 2 pence.
Tuppence is 2 pence, yeah. And then threepence would be thrice.
Right.
Thrice pence. So all London houses that have a gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they? They're the latest model. The height of technology, developed by our company, Altamont Gas. And anyone who uses our gas will have one of these meters in their property, yes. So if a 3 pence coin gives 2 hours of gas, most people would use about 3 coins in a night?
A bit more than that, usually. If they have both gas lights and a gas stove, that is.
Thinking about it, Saseki-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he? Some people still choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating.
Ah, yes. I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsume's room, actually.
And how does the money in the meter get back to you at the gas company?
Every 3 days, Gasmen like me visit properties on the gas supply and empty the meters. of
Man,
coins.
what a fucking useless job that doesn't need to exist.
Yeah.
I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. But happily, it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part.
Shut up.
Because they have to pay in advance, you mean? Yes, exactly right. Okay. I kind of hate this lady, but she's hot, so I'll allow it.
She is. I like her design's just so smart.
Yeah.
Like,
Great.
they don't go too nuts with like the bee motif, but like I love like the tip of her umbrella is like a stinger. And,
Yeah.
Even her hair is like.
It's
looks like a stinger.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh, yeah.
like that,
Oh, yeah, it's got
yeah.
like a little, it's got a little stinger on her hair.
yeah, it's really clever. They
It
don't go
is.
too nuts with it.
That's really good. Out of interest, how long has this been going on?
Weeks and weeks. He's been pinching gas off of us for ages.
And you've examined the meter in Mr. Shamsbury's room, I take it.
Naturally. We took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb.
I found nothing suspicious at all, I presume.
No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspear Special. That sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3-penny pieces. But even after all that, the rascal's meter was still empty.
I'll never forget the humiliation. When I opened up the money box and found it bare. You're what? I said, you're what? And the look on his face, that smarmy smile of his. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and
He just yanked it off! Pipes be damned!
But you know what? Nothing.
He's killing himself!
Oh my god.
He's going all David Carradine
Oh
again.
my god. Not a trace of it being jimmied open anywhere. Not a single sign. And what's happening to my salary as a result? Down by 3 shillings a day. That's what.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
A life-threatening situation in a number of ways. Incidentally, what became of that meter?
Nothing became of it. I've still got
Just
it.
got it in my pocket.
It's right here.
Oh, great.
Right here. Did you see the chin jiggle?
No wonder they call you Meterman.
I think it would be prudent for the court to sequester this item while the trial is ongoing.
Oh, hell yeah, new evidence. Definitely. Although, at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it.
Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony. I love how he only chimes in to say, this is fucking stupid.
This is stupid, I want to go home.
Though I would say it has as much value as the contents of that meter.
Oof. Oof.
Oof.
Oof.
No, you can't do that. Tommy Oliver goes.
No, yeah, he's gonna sue us! No!
Oh my god.
Well, that's odd. Hey, y'all? That's a very sturdy-looking padlock, isn't it?
And the money box is sealed with beeswax, too.
So if Mr. Sholmes were to get up to any mischief, he'd be found out immediately.
Mr. Naruhodo, mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Sholmes would...
You know you didn't finish that sentence, don't you?
Well, anyway. It's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs.
But it does feel a little over the top, perhaps, doesn't it? Did they drill any hole? Yep. Oh, what's...
Have you spotted something, Mr. Naruhodo?
Just here, there's a little hole. Do you see?
Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed.
It's not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say.
So, you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shamspear?
Possibly. It seems the people at Altamont Gas must have missed it.
Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through the inside. How would they have missed it?
Yeah, how would they?
Terrible
It's a
job.
pretty big hole.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's no way
no way
a coin could fit
Yeah,
through
sorry.
there.
That's true. But even so, it seems more than a little suspicious.
That is true. Could he? Is there like a? How do they work?
You put in the coin and then it like.
Does the coin hit something?
It probably does.
Yeah,
trigger
probably. I
something.
think just passing it through the slot probably turns on the gas.
Okay, well that's all that. Oh, well. Sorry, ma'am. Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with. But
Get away! I've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it.
in that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box?
Hole.
Hole?
What?
Hole. You're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there.
Show it to the court. Show ho.
Show hole. The meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do. In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspear secretly opened up this hole himself. Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised. But why?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You couldn't get a farthing through that. A fart.
A fart. You couldn't get a fart through that. Lady Altamont, I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter design. Thank you! I was literally asking for that. What sort of details? Well, what I'd specifically like to know is... this, probably, right? Or maybe... Yeah. No, yeah? I mean, both seem relevant, but...
Probably the latter, yeah.
If it was dismantled, we would... Like, that would be noticed, probably.
Yeah.
How does the meter tell the difference between different coins? What do you mean? Well, for example, if someone were to put in a 1-penny coin, that wouldn't work, presumably, would it? No, of course not. So, well, how does the meter know that the coin it's been fed is a threepenny bit? Ah, I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A threepenny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see. Other coins just won't fit. Ah, I see. It's clearly been very well thought out.
The witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent.
As you wish, my lord. The meter is designed for coins the exact diameter and thickness of a threepenny bit. Nothing else will fit. Alright, well, what evidence do we have that might be relevant? Yeah. I reckon so.
We should examine it just in case.
Yeah, that does seem relevant. Wait. Oh, yeah. There's a circular depression on the side, about 2 centimeters across.
Or 3/4 of an inch. Oh, do you think?
We did find the soap at the scene, didn't we?
Yes. Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window. So we took this one. But I'm sure that that when we first found it, there was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle there, so I remember it clearly.
Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Oh, I understand completely now. Okay. I think this makes perfect sense. So, Mr. Shamspear poured some kind of liquid into this soap, using it as a mold to create a mimicry of a threepenny bit. And then put it outside so that it would freeze. So that when he put the frozen bit in there, it would register as a threepenny bit. And then the hole at the bottom is there so that when it melts, the meter isn't full of liquid. So that's not, like, an immediate hint as to what's going on. I understand completely. I'm a genius.
Big brain.
Big brain, huge brain, the biggest brain ever. I'm so fucking smart.
So true, so true.
Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, and the meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit, is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating Mr. Shamspeare's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly. Something the same size as a threepenny bit? What was it? The item in question is this.
What? Have you been inhaling gas? That's a bar of soap.
It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. It looks like I'm going to have to point out exactly what I mean here. What's so important about the soap is this part here. This part. The part that obviously looks like a threepenny bit.
Got it.
Got it.
You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean. Ah! Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there?
She's literally just holding it upside down.
That's
like, I don't see what you're talking about.
I don't understand. That's right, a depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or, in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit.
Get away!
Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen. Give me your money.
This is a stick-up. It rather sounds like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
It does. That's the joke that we made, Susato.
Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I have here a threepenny bit. Now, to see if it fits. My word! It couldn't be more snug!
Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded. Well, I don't believe it.
So, your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap that has a tentative connection to the theft of gas?
Yes! That depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit.
I must concur, at least, that pushing a coin with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape.
Then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. And you could make fake coins in no time!
Now, how does this correlate at all? This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shamspeare has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. And now, if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody's considered yet. But this is all nonsense. If the man had been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter.
Quite true, Lady Altamont. In the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear.
He's so done.
I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? There is one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air, yes?
Exactly. And the meter here gives it away. What on earth? There are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room.
If that is your assertion, Counsel, the defense will identify these remnants for the court at once. Where on the meter can the remnants of the method used to make the fake coins disappear be seen?
Hole.
Hole. Show them hole.
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window.
Outside?
Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meaderman, were loitering, in the freezing winter air. That's where we found the soap.
I get it.
That's right. The answer, of course, is ice.
Did you say ice?
Mr. Shamspear has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning.
Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in spades. As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts,
Turning back into water, and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter.
You know, I gotta hand it to him, that's a pretty next level
That
scam.
is a pretty good scam, I'm not gonna lie. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas. Well, we just solved another crime. Good job, us.
Yay!
Yay, trial over, right? Just like that.
Yeah,
So simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and some water. That's right, madam. I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless? I'm fairly sure I didn't design it. Evidence! Sorry? I want evidence. If you want to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof.
She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she?
Very well, Lady Altamont. If you'd like evidence, I'll provide it. What?
Mr. Naruhodo, are you saying you actually do have evidence to support this theory? This game theory?
No, he retired. We don't have to make those jokes anymore.
Didn't he hand it over to, like, other people?
Yeah, I guess. Good.
It will never die.
I'm glad Matt Pat's out of the fucking game. That bitch shouldn't have had a channel. Hate that guy.
Seeing all the people, like, being sad about him retiring, it's like, how old are you?
Yeah, really, like, are you literally 14? Like, this man is full of nothing but shit.
Yeah, like, what are you, a grown adult, doing watching game/film/food/whatever theory? It's all rubbish.
I watch a lot of food content on YouTube. That's the one thing I will never watch, ever. The food theory, bullshit. Also, he obviously just did food theory because it was good for the algorithm, because food YouTube has been taking off. Like,
Yeah.
all of his videos are so fucking cynical. I hate that guy. Fuck that guy. I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. And I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. The piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about how Mr. Shamspear has been stealing gas is the photo! The pee puddle! This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shamspear.
What remnants?
Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamspear's room. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter. There's a little pee puddle. What is that? Some kind of grubby stain?
God, his room would smell like ass.
Oh, it smells like piss, probably.
But like, just like the constant smell of like rotting wood. All the
Oh
time.
yeah, there is definitely like black mold underneath those floorboards.
That's why he's like that.
That's why he's like that. Yeah, the spores from the fungus. Almost certainly, it's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the meter. Ah. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage, and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours, we can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly. leaving a stain on the floor. This is awful. And there's further evidence, too. Is there? Mr. Shamspear slumped over his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. And right there next to him is a bar of soap broken in half. Oh, yeah. You're right.
It would appear to me, then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he?
No.
Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but certainly not.
He didn't beat about the bush there, did he?
In truth, Mr. Shamspear was found with a fork in his hand.
A meal of soap is sounding increasingly likely, Lord Van Zieks.
You mean to say he was using a fork to...
Yes. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap. Ah!
Ooh.
Oh, chips.
Mina, steal my chip.
I didn't touch it.
I'm giving you some.
Okay.
But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious! Goodness me. Oh, bother.
Where'd you get that one, even? Lord Van Zieks!
He built a wine cellar under the prosecutor's bench.
Yeah, there's a little, like, wine cooler in there, and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was throwing my hand up in despair. And happened to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake.
2 people have concussions now.
What was the meaning of this counsel?
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination?
Well...
The boy's a liar.
The boy's a liar.
That Mr. William Shamspear is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
That's it. That's exactly it. I knew
Well, I was
that.
gonna say-
I absolutely knew that.
Very well, let us assume the man is a liar. Now, allow me to propose another question. What possible difference does that make?
Well...
We know that suicide can't be discounted.
Can be discounted.
Or can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no sign of another vessel that contained poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Furthermore, the only possible way that poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise.
Old man, did you hear that?
No.
Even if William Shamspear is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it.
Ah!
Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication.
Well, fuck. You... What? Well, fuck.
Order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond?
Mr. Naruhodo.
He's fucking dead.
He's dead.
Oh, no, he's fine.
Oh.
What was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Or did it make no difference at all, like Lord Van Zieks is saying? Well, wait and see. Obviously not. Because then we just lose. Always object. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest.
What?
But, counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shakespeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Van Zieks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court believe, not all of them have been objectively established at all.
What are you trying to say, my Nipponese friend?
At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to a lack of evidence. But the situation has changed now following the cross-examination of the latest witnesses to take the stand.
Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense?
Yes, when you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. There's a question that we now need to reconsider. Namely, was someone else responsible? Because it seems very clear to me that Mrs. Quinby Alamont has a motive and would also like to see this man dead. But how would she have done it if nobody else visited?
So if you don't have any evidence that shows someone else that was there, then there's only one thing that you can do, right? There's the process of elimination.
Yeah, so the poison... Yeah, questioning whether or not the poison was in the tea is the question... Oh! No, that doesn't make sense. Could strychnine kill you through inhalation?
I don't know.
But that wouldn't even make sense. Because the lights and the heat presumably burned the gas. So, But, like, the thing that's really getting me right now is the thing with the soap, right? Because it wasn't water in here, clearly, right? Because it was, like, red.
Yeah.
So obviously something else was put in here. Likely poison.
Yeah, if you'll recall, the pump was frozen that night, so he couldn't use water like he normally does.
Oh, so he used the tea, probably, right? So but then that would still imply that the poison was in the tea, right? Or something.
Well, it means you could examine the tea if it's in the soap, right?
Yeah, that is true, yeah. We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that inflicted Mr. Shamspear was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume. But that's conjecture at best.
The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There was no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
As I said, the situation has changed. Because, in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. And a particular piece of evidence proves it.
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed?
The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. What evidence from the scene of the crime could tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? Good gracious! The soap again! The same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of ice!
Yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. Yeah. I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar.
So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating.
In a way, yes. But there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice.
There was something strange about them, you mean?
Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red.
The ice was red. No. You mean...
Blood.
That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. What? I would remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial. Yeah, we don't... Yeah, I know, we know. We got there on our own. We're fine.
Oh, yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing.
So on the night in question, Mr. Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins.
My word!
There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene.
That's right. And we only borrowed one of them.
Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime, frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. Shamspeare's window.
Extraordinary!
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of the tea remained, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture, by finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all.
You smug slur.
Slur! My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once. And the defense requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it, to determine whether or not it contains any poison. Good job. Vianosuke's good at this shit, apparently. Who knew?
Bailiff! Bailiff! Instruct the police to attend the scene at once.
Who want?
Yes, my lord. Understood.
Is there going to be a recess? No.
It will seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being.
Hell yeah.
I trust you have no objection, Lord Van Zeeks.
None, my lord.
It turns out this game is really well paced for streaming.
It really is. Isn't it?
Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow. The prosecution and defense may conduct further investigations as appropriate in the interim.
Yes, my lord. Well, we managed to scrape through there somehow.
Thank you, counsel. Court is adjourned until tomorrow.
Hell yeah, we do it. It's done.
We do it.
Case
Woo.
over.
Day 1. Oh, no, it's done. It's done.
It's all done. We beat the game.
Finished.
That's the end of The Greatest Attorney 2. Kind of an anticlimactic end there, but, you know, whatever.